Welcome to this wonderful platform. If it is your first time of stopping by or coming across this channel for the first time, you are welcome. Please, if you like what you see here, after watching, subscribe, put on your notification bell. It's very, very important because it's going to help you to know when I upload a new video. In this channel, I present to you news on daily basis on what is happening in the whole world, especially in Nigeria and in Biafra land. Yes, I'm Mother Biafra. I bring to you Biafra news. So before I do that, what I always do is that I analyze it and I sit down there to watch the video together with you. Then we'll come to the comment section to talk about it. Of course, everybody is entitled to his or her opinion. That is why the comment section is there for you to contribute, leave your ideas, your thoughts, your belief about the videos that you have watched. Please, as we are doing this, let us do it constructively. As we hop into today's video, remain blessed. I appreciate all of you. I appreciate your massive support in this channel.
That is why their investment, their healthcare, everything is never invested in Nigeria. Because it is a graveyard for them. A graveyard that vultures go to scavenge for any rotten body. That is what Nigeria is to them. If not, look at this. They were in London. They chose not to put audio. Or we don't care. But you know why they are desperate to show this video? Just like they were packaging Bokwari for you, 2014, 2015. Now, they know that everything is, they've miscalculated. Right? However, they still have to show that he is alive. So Bokwari is in London. Tifnumbu is in London. What do you think they will be talking to themselves, or what do you think they will be discussing on the phone? If they talk about Nigeria, they will just say, what did your doctor say? Tifnumbu will ask Bokwari. Say, they said everything is going to be fine. And say, what did your own doctor say? They said I've become 18 years again, Mr. President. They are talking about British doctors, UK doctors. Some of them are actually Yoruba Igbo doctors from Nigeria, the best brains, who are those who should run Nigeria. They are outside Nigeria. Now, the worst of the worst, the dredge of the society are the ones who are now ruling Nigeria. What do you expect? The dredge. And it is like, it is contagious, right? It is like a pandemic. It spread to everything that you tag Nigeria. They have something they call the Nigeria Athletic Federation. Nigeria Athletic Federation. Nigeria Athletic Federation. Is that NAF? Nigeria Air Force, NAF. Nigeria, whatever. They shall call them Nigeria Athletic Federation. They are the ones in charge of Olympics. True story. They signed a deal with Puma. Puma signed a deal of a $2.7 something million with them. So that Puma will be the one to kit all the Nigerian athletes to Olympic free. They will still pay them money. About 5 months or 6 months after they made that deal, they started fight inside their athletic federation. Last, they shall kick out those they believe made the deal with Puma, but didn't want to share the money with the rest. So the rest had the upper hand. They are now the ones in charge. So guess what? They now put everybody for plane. Yeah, go to Tokyo, go and win gold. Chop anything where if you chop, win something for us. When they got there, they didn't care about the registration, filing the right one for the right time, whereby they messed up the registration of all those athletes. Many of them couldn't participate. They had to protest. That wasn't the only problem they had, though. Some of them just jump enter plane. They don't get jersey, they don't get kit, they don't get anything. They will use in Tokyo. Because as 2-3 days to go to Tokyo Olympic, the say custom is holding their bag, their kit at the border. Their custom, Nigerian custom failed to release the kits that the Nigerian delegation to Olympic will wear in Olympic. The last, they don't believe with the bags. They got there now. Athletes are now having to wash, those ones who qualified, though, they have to wash their kit, they have to wash their jersey for the next heat. And now that the Olympic is coming to an end, and so they can show us the video of what everybody should have packed on their way to Tokyo. The bag for Olympic, the Abuja.
No worry, just wait. Yeah, for women. It was a pretty man. Some videos that were here. Come on. Yeah,
It is just what it is. And that is why many of us are using all our platforms to talk to people and say, listen, you are a Yoruba first before you are a Nigerian. It is fraudulent and it is also misleading, deceitful, manipulative for anybody to tell you that you are a Nigerian first before you are a Yoruba man. It is deceitful. Do not tell your children that they are Nigerians first before they are Yoruba or before they are Igbo or Biafran. Do not make that mistake. You are Yoruba first before you became Nigerian. Yoruba existed before they merged us with these jihadists from the Sahel who have managed to conquer power in that part and subdugate the other nationals from that region. And this same thing is what they are now propagating for the rest of the country, called federal government. There's nothing like federal government. You have Fulani government. And the Fulani government is not even for Fulanis, because the Fulanis themselves they are going through hell in the hand of those who are supposed to be Fulani government. So don't ever tell your children that they are Nigerian first. They are Nigerians first. They are not. They are Yoruba first. Therefore, we have an origin. We have a language. We have an identity. Nigeria, because they say, in Yoruba, they will say, Ojo ti ro, o ti da ẹyẹlé pọ̀ mọ́ adìyẹ. Ojo tó rọ̀ ló kó ẹyẹlé pọ̀ mọ́ adìyẹ. Now, because of the rain, that mixed chicken with, what's they call a pigeon? Or what's we call them? Yeah. Nigeria is what brought us all this. And they started telling us that all we needed to be appreciated or to be recognized as a Nigerian is to say, I pledge to Nigeria, my country. But while you are pledging to Nigeria, your country, those criminals from the local government level to the presidiate level, they are working as a racket, because the system that put them together allows them to take from that your I pledge to Nigeria. They will loot it, steal from it, deplete it, kill you, do everything. And then you ask yourself, who are they pledging their own allegiance to? I pledge to Nigeria, my country. So they made you lose your identity. And today, nobody can really define who is a Nigerian. What makes you a Nigerian? Now we have to listen to the Fulani misfits in government to tell us who is a Nigerian. You remember when Malamu came out and he told you that Atifku is not a Nigerian? That is where we are going to now. They will tell you to know. Some of you don't know yourself. You say, try to know yourself. Try to know thyself. You don't know yourself. If you know yourself, you will never propagate one Nigeria, yes, document everything. I'm even looking for my Nigerian passport. I've not seen it in years now, honestly. Legally, as we have it today, Nigeria exists as a country. And many of us still carry the passport Nigerian, because that passport is the only thing that will say, oh, I'm from Nigeria, therefore, or maybe, and that passport, anyone can carry that passport, even if they are not from Nigeria. Just like they told you that the Fulanis are Pan-Africanists. They believe that they are everywhere. They are Nigerian. If they come from anywhere all over the world, they believe they are Nigerians. But you can't go to any part of Africa and claim to be a Ghanaian or a Kenyan or, you know what I mean? You can't as a Yoruba man. Okay? So that's unfair. And therefore, we use our platforms to tell people that, listen, this is a forced arrangement. You don't pledge to a country that doesn't give you any identity. You don't have any citizenship. No clear-cut, well-defined citizenship of Nigeria. Anyone can have it as it is currently. Yeah? Therefore, it means whatever you get, now waiting you get, Nigeria don't give a damn about you. Because according to Nigeria, you don't matter. The only way you matter is when your citizenship is well defined in Yoruba land, in Yoruba nation, right? Where the Yorubas can be able to put together our own laws, our own ways of type of government we want, type of economy we want to run, type of military or type of police we want to build, how we want to educate our children, how we want to develop our rural areas and the rest of that. All of this can include the people from every part of Yoruba land that can do all of that, right? And we will be guided by that, not something dictated by the people from the Futajalon who managed to take over power in Nigeria. Now, your identity, your citizenship can be well defined. How many of you have been telling your people, telling your children that, even though your children think or they believe that you are a Nigerian, because you are from Nigeria, right? But how many of you have told your children that, or have ever stopped to tell your children that you are a Yoruba, or you are from Biafra, or you are Igbo, or you are from this part or that part? And whenever you are telling them about where you really come from, can you tell me how you actually, how do you feel talking about where you really, really come from and talking about Nigeria, where you want your children to believe it's your country? There's always a difference. There's always a difference. And that's home, that place, ours, where your language is never going to be called vernacular, where your religion is never going to be called idol worshipping. I'm talking about where your liberty of freedom, liberty of to religion, liberty of association and the rest of that will not be questioned, but will not be determined by some creepy politicians, but will be decided by you, me, who will be part of the foundation of a country, at least in our own lifetime. Nigeria happened. We were never part of that negotiation that brought it to this level. They said, but we can't just break up like that. I know we can't just break up like that. That is why I'm talking to you now. That's why I need you. If you can begin to see why it makes better sense to break up and arrange ourselves and give ourselves the real identity we deserve, something that even if we don't get right, we have every right to try again and again, this time around without any external interference. But it's a process, I agree. But it all starts from here. It starts from here. If you can think it, then you can make it happen. And that's exactly why you are watching my video. Because I want you to believe that if you can think it, then you can make it happen. It starts from here. This is where, when you watch this video, this is where it all, the process will begin from. Where you begin to think, what my ego said, that makes sense. I have to play my role. What do I need to do? How do we get people to know why it is more important for the Yorubas to be in charge of our own destiny? And when I say in charge of our destiny, I'm talking about 100% in charge of our destiny. That won't be decided by these people cropped up by the current system. Forget about that. They will be swallowed by what is coming. Let them enjoy the moment. It may take them 5 years. It may last them 10 years, but it's never going to last them forever. If you and me can do what I'm doing right now, letting people know that they can fare better, they can do better. There are so many indices, there's so many statistics to back this up, that yes, we can do better in numbers. But we can't do anything right now but to stick to the status quo, because the Fulani says it's going to be war. And our people are somehow still unsure how we are going to fight this. We are the ones who are like playing defensive as we speak. Defending. They arrested our people who did nothing. They killed our people. They arrested our people and locked them up for 32 days. Now they put stringent conditions for their bail. We are defending. They stopped the Oloye Sunday Igboho. They forced Oloye Sunday Igboho out of Yoruba land. Forced him to Benin Republic. Now we are defending him. We are trying to get him out of that. That is the way of playing defense. Because my people are not too sure yet. How are we going to fight it? Because more people are yet to be convinced enough that they can do better without this arrangement. And that's why you're watching my video. You're going to watch me again and again and again and again. And they are going to sound similar to you again and again and again. But until you begin to make use of everything you have heard on Mayegun's Diary Political. I told you that they were putting a target on the back of Oloye Sunday Igboho. I told you, and if you go back to watch some of my videos, some of my live broadcasts, go and binge watch them. I said, they will come for Oloye Sunday Igboho. Because you see what he is doing is bigger than what many people could understand. Because the consequences of it is that, you know what, it will trigger an uprising that once the Yorubas see through the charade of this APC, Egbekegbe, when it comes to security, they will defend and support Oloye Sunday Igboho. That rebellion will make not just the Fulani oligarch lose their control that they think they have. The people who are holding forth for them in Yoruba land, they will also lose their control. And that is unacceptable. I said, I fear for three things. If they don't try to kill him, if they don't try to jail him, and if they don't try to exile him. I said them in my videos. Some said, Mayegun, stop talking like that, blah, blah. I was like, well, that's your own emotional, side talking. I'm only trying to tell you what I fear most. And all of these things have happened. And that is why I'm still pretty much here telling you that until we link it up, until we build and close the gap, until we realize that those who are using the power of federal government in Nigeria to promote their ethnic and ethno-religious biases all over the place, right? They don't give a damn if any of them is caught red-handed doing this thing. But you should never join them in prosecuting and persecuting your own brothers and sisters. We look forward to the release of this, Yoruba Nation 12. We are waiting for their release, and I know, and I want to use this opportunity as well to ask all of us to say thank you. Send it out. Say thank you to Barrister Femi Falana. He's been badged by our people who have reacted simply because of his position on Oduduwa Republic, Oduduwa Nation, and all of that. Opinions that has made people say things. Look at Sowore. Some of these guys who were in that court today, they said a lot of things about Omoyele Sowore in their own live videos too. But this is not the time where everybody will be like, you know what I mean? So everybody's collaborating enough, and we should acknowledge it. They said Barrister Falana was so kind of not happy when people were attacking him simply because he said Yoruba Nation is not this or that, blah 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 blah. But guess what? Since this whole thing started, the first person that spoke to Oloye Sunday Igboho to provide him all the legal assistance and what have you, to give him every legal advice as well, was Barrister Femi Falana. And the day his house was attacked, and this, our brothers and sisters were taken to DSS, detention, it's been Barrister Femi Falana, as well as this, our new barrister who has also joined the fight, especially for the, Yoruba Nation 12, Olaje Ngbesi, I believe. So they've done so well, and we should be grateful. We should be thankful, and we should all begin to understand that we need ourselves. The Biafrans need the Oduduwans. The Yoruba Nation agitator needs the revolution now. The revolution now needs the people of Benue. The people of Benue, they need the people of Bayelsa, coastal Biafran state. Areas where people will realize that we need ourselves. And we are getting there. the only stroke that will break the camel's back, which I can see right now, is this political ulabalu that is cooking up. Once people won't get what they want, as I know they want, yeah, trust me, many of them will still join the call for an end to a rigged, barbaric, murderous system called Nigeria. Igboho wins is the title, and Igboho wins, Yoruba win is the music you should go to bed with tonight, because they are throwing the bomb, and to God be the glory. People are standing up. Men are standing up, fighting for men. And here we are reporting that. So thank you so much.
Thank you for always watching Linda's TV show. I will see you again in my next video. Remain blessed. I appreciate each and every one of you, and keep on watching Linda's TV show. If you have not yet subscribed, please, I beg you to do that so that you'll be getting more updates from me. Bye bye.